Hi guys, it's Ash10. How's everyone doing? Good, I hope. I am not doing so good. I've been ill for 9 days. Hence the reason why I'm doing another top 10 video. I think I've developed sinusitis, which, if any of you guys have had it before, as a perfume lover, it's pretty much a nightmare. I haven't been able to do any actual new reviews, I haven't been able to smell anything properly, so what else to do but do another top 10 video? And who doesn't love a top 10 video, right? Hands up who likes a top 10 video. So this time I thought I'd do top 10 fragrances that I've used or tend to use or like to use when the weather is hot. We are coming to summer in this country. I realise that it's winter in others and some countries aren't hot ever. Yeah, I feel your pain. It's pretty much cold here all the time. But some of you guys have hot weather all year round, you lucky devils. So these are my top 10. It's really easy to go down the route of, oh, it's hot, so I'm going to wear a citrus fragrance. No. Bend the rules, break the rules. There are tons of other types of fragrances besides citrus fragrances that work really well in heat, i.e. white florals, green fragrances, herbal fragrances, all kinds. So without further ado, these are my top 10. I hope you enjoy them. So the first one I want to talk about is Terracotta by Guerlian. I don't have it anymore. I did wear it though when I had it a lot when I went to New Zealand last year in their summer, and it was boiling hot, and this fragrance seems to sing on your skin. It's essentially a white floral, but it has a tropical twist from the coconut, and I kind of envision it as a summer evening fragrance. It works really well on summer evenings as well as in the day as well. There are no rules. I don't like to put things in boxes, I'm just trying to give you a bit of help here, okay? It works really well in summer evenings. It seems to sing in that kind of weather. White florals are great in warmer weather, not particularly the older fashioned ones, but the more modern white florals, if they're not too heavy, really are lovely when they waft around when it's a summer evening or even in the daytime. So Terracotta is on my list. Number 2 is a fragrance that I don't have anymore, but I did wear it a lot in hot weather. It's D&G's Anthology series number 3, and it's called L'Imperatrice, which means the Empress, as far as I know. This one is a real fresh, almost aquatic melon type fragrance. So again, not citrusy in any way, but I wore this when I was in Turkey a few years ago, and it manages to kind of cut through the heat. It's really crisp, it makes you feel clean, and yeah, that's why it's on the list. It's got some good lasting power, I think, as well, but then again, I did spray quite a lot on me a lot of the time. But it's just nice, it's quite different. I don't really know anything that smells like that, so that's why it's on my list. And when it first came out, it was really expensive, and now it isn't so expensive, so it's a good one to get if you live in a warm climate, or are going to a warm climate, on your holidays, hopefully. The next one is this, Fleur d'Oranger by Serge Lutens. This is gorgeous. It's very strong, so this wouldn't be one you would want to over apply too much in hot weather, but when this is one of those ones that when you treat it with a bit of respect and wear it correctly, it can do wonders. It's essentially an orange blossom fragrance, get it in the name, Fleur d'Oranger. And it does have quite a bolshy opening. There's lots of white flowers going on. You've got tuberose in it as well as some other white flowers. But when it kind of settles, it does get to this lovely orange blossom place that feels fresh and natural and is lovely again in warm weather. I tested this out. I've only got this year, but I have tested this out before in London in summer and loved it. So that's another one for you. The next fragrance of mine is a good old faithful. It used to be my signature fragrance. A lot of you have probably tried it out before because it is very popular, but this is amazing in all weathers, but I tend to like it in warmer. It's Stella by Stella McCartney. This is a rose fragrance. It's also got peony in it, and the reason I've chosen it for this list is because it's another one in a similar way to the D&G one I just mentioned. This is kind of like an icy floral. It's very cold, it's very sharp, so when you wear it, oh god, it's so nice. It manages to, again, cut through the hot weather. It keeps me feeling a bit cool. When I smell it, it smells consistently clean and fresh. So that is a great one for hot weather, and it's literally just an amazing fragrance all round. I mean, there are no bad things I can say about this fragrance, ever. I love you. Staying in the floral theme and going down the more tuberose route, the next one I will be wearing will be Do Son by Diptyque. Oh my gosh, you need it clean, my friend. Wow, it's so dusty. This is pretty much unadulterated, unchanged, unmessed around with tuberose. Do Son is absolutely gorgeous. I bought, when I went to Grasse the year before even, a pure tuberose fragrance by a French company, and I smelled them side by side, and it really didn't smell much different. So although Do Son is on the pricier side and it's a full-on more modern take on tuberose, this isn't like a classic one. Tuberose in classic and older fragrances tend to be really heavy, and they were put with a lot of ingredients which made them quite full on, but this is a fresher take on tuberose. So just as a side note, because this is quite pricey, if you want to get something that pretty much smells exactly the same as this but for a lot less, there's a company called Provence et Nature, Provence et Nature. I've seen them online. They have one called Precious Tuberose, and it's pretty much exactly the same. I couldn't tell them apart. Oh, I can't smell you because my nose be broken. Yeah, gorgeous, and I just love the back of this bottle. It's one of my favourites. Anyway, next, staying with the tuberose theme again, this one is one of the jewels in the crown of my collection. It's Carnal Flower by Dominique Ropion, or Frederic Malle is the company that makes them. The perfumer, or the nose, is Dominique Ropion. This is again another pretty much straightforward tuberose fragrance, but this one is different to Do Son in the way that this has a lot of other different facets that the company wanted to showcase that the flower has if you smell it very deeply. So this has a eucalyptus kind of note going on. It's also got a bit of coconut as well, which makes it feel a lot more, again, like a nighttime floral summer fragrance. This is absolutely glorious. I mean, I can just about smell it. I wish I could get it right in there. It's just amazing. It's very, very expensive, but for a reason. This fragrance gets its praises sung. People sing this fragrance's praises all the time when you read reviews. It is lovely, and it's just a little bit more interesting than Do Son, where Do Son is still lovely, but it's very simple. This is a little bit more, has a lot more going on. The next one I want to mention is, although I said at the beginning of this video, yeah, it's easy to go down the citrus route, I'm going to mention this one because it's lovely. It's Nymphaeum Me by Annick Goutal, and yes, while it's a citrusy fragrance, ultimately, it has a different twist on it because it has a real strong fig leaf note in it as well. So it kind of goes down the more green route than citrus, and when I first smelled this, I was literally blown away because I'd never smelled fig leaf before. If you don't know, fig leaf is a very green, buttery type note, and when I first smelled it, my instant reaction was to say, this smells like nettles or kind of a pond area. It's very naturalistic and just something that I would never thought that I would ever put on my skin. It sometimes also smells a little bit like coconut. It's very strange. It's a very strange note, but Nymphaeum Me by Annick Goutal is lovely. It's a real fresh, naturalistic, fig leafy type of fragrance, so love it. Another floral that I think works really well in the heat is Pure Poison by Dior. I've chosen this one for this list because, yes, it's a floral, but it's very light and airy in its nature. It's a very strong fragrance, so obviously you'd have to apply it at your own discretion, but it's got a very light and airy nature. It's kind of soft as well and a little bit ethereal. I think this one would be lovely for summer or spring, but yeah, I just think that it's really nice. It's kind of clean, so it would one of those ones that makes you feel a bit clean when you're really sweating like a pig. The second to last one is this one, Narciso by Narciso Rodruigez. This is the EDP version. I've always gone back and forth with this fragrance. Do I like it? Do I not? Sometimes it smells weird. It's essentially a milky gardenia and very clean musk fragrance. And white florals, like I've mentioned in a lot of these fragrances, they work in summer really well, and they are not just your regular old citrus fragrance. White flowers are so good. So this is lovely because it's again, it has a light nature, but it's got a kind of luscious gardenia that's creamy and milky as well. Love this one. I've actually been wearing this quite a lot recently, and I'm still trying to find out how much is left, but I can't because you can't see through it. One more to go. And lastly, the one that I'll be wearing this summer, and I'm looking forward to it because a certain someone has used this much of my fragrance without me even wearing it properly yet, is Pulp by Byredo. This is a green fragrance, green on so many levels. This one again is a fig leaf type fragrance, but it's got tons of other green stuff going on as well. It's so nice. It's super strong as well, this one, and super long lasting, so it doesn't need to be oversprayed at all. But it's really kind of cool. It's like a green fruit bowl with that strange fig leaf note in it as well. It's kind of fun and playful, this one. I really like it. I can hardly smell you, but I know you're there by my side. Again, it's on the expensive side, but these things are the things that I have enjoyed wearing or will enjoy wearing in summer. So I hope you enjoyed this list. I'm going to post links below to where you can buy these fragrances at notino.co.uk or .com. Some of them, not all of them, but a lot of them you can. And yeah, if you want to go and check them out, go and check them out. Anyway, what are you going to be wearing this summer? Let me know. I'm much want to know, go down there to subscribe, and hopefully I'll be better soon and I can do an actual review of something for you. Anyway, goodbye.